Hi guys, how are you doing today?
I'm well, thanks.
What's your name?
Addison.
Addison, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Becky.
Becky.
Paige.
Paige, nice to meet you. So what's your role in the family?
It's my mom right there, and then my sister.
Mm-hmm. They're twins, actually.
Oh, nice. And how old are you?
15.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, maybe I can kind of hear from you first, and then Paige, maybe what brought you in today, and then I'll hear from your mom.
Yeah, I don't know. Mom wanted us to come.
Is there any other particular reasons why you think you may have come in today?
I don't know. Why did we come?
Is it not obvious? The bickering, it has to stop. Especially Paige here, she has such a big attitude and it is just so unproductive and I feel like they are out of control.
So, basically what you're saying is that there's a lot of bickering between them.
I think it's quite one-sided actually, but yeah.
Okay, and how is it one-sided?
Well, Paige, she just seems like she's always mad at him, and I don't understand because Addison is such a great brother, and she's just lazy, and
He just thinks because he was born a minute before me that he just gets to be first in everything all the time. And I just don't understand. I don't understand why I have to have so much pressure.
well, I think that it's pretty equal because you both have to work hard.
It's not.
just
It's
like
always
I
my
did.
fault, Mom. It's always my fault.
You see, this is my life.
So, actually right now it'd be great to hear, because I asked Addison what he felt about it, so I'd love to hear more from you. And then after that, if it's okay, then I would love to hear more of your perspective.
Okay.
So,
I don't know. I don't know why Mom asked me to be here.
can you tell me more about your relationship with your brother?
Yeah, I don't have a bad relationship with Addison. I just feel like there's so many things he's allowed to do that I'm not allowed to do.
What are those things that he's allowed to do?
Well, he can go out with his friends. He doesn't have to worry about grades. I don't know. I just feel like he has everything comes so much easier for him.
And you feel that you're not given the same kind of privileges or opportunities?
No. Or I have more things I'm supposed to do.
What are those things that you have to do?
Well, as soon as I get home, I have to do the dishes. I can't ever leave the house unless I vacuum first. I always have to just have all these chores. I can't leave unless I have homework. I don't know. And he can go out with his friends on the weekend. He can go out if he wants to go to a party. I would never be allowed to do that.
Okay. And then you were also saying that things come easier to him than you.
Yeah, he just has it so much easier. It's just not fair.
And is it because of the privileges, or are there other things that are part of that?
I don't know. I just think that, like I said, things just come easy. It's just Mom lets him do what he wants to do, and she just makes me have to work so much harder.
So that's what you're feeling. You've been feeling this way for a long time?
Yeah, it's been like this my whole life.
Your whole life.
Yeah.
And, okay, well, thank you so much for sharing that. It would be great to hear your perspective.
Well, personally, I feel a little bit attacked after hearing that. I don't want to come across as like a slave driver. I don't make my children clean my house like some sort of evil stepmother.
No, Mom, you never make Addison do it.
Well, Addison has soccer practice.
Yeah, I'm not home all the time.
That doesn't make it any different. Like, just because I don't have as many friends or just because I don't have soccer, why do I have to pick up all the things that he doesn't have to do?
Well, the things have to get done. And you see, I'm a single mother. I have to go and work at my job, and then I have to drive Addison to soccer practice because he hasn't got his license yet. And then I have to cook dinner, and it's just so many things. So the chores need to get done, and I'm sorry that you don't have soccer practice too, but I need them to get done.
I just don't think it's fair.
Well, sweetie, sometimes life isn't fair.
But then why does he get to go out on the weekends? And why does he get to go do fun things with all his friends? And I have to stay and make sure all my homework's done.
Well, homework is so important.
But why isn't it important for Addison?
But his school gets done, right?
Yeah.
You're doing well?
I'm passing.
Yeah.
He's passing. I have to get like perfect grades for you.
Well, you've got to get good grades so you can get to a good university. It's really important for a young woman.
So can I ask you something? Do you have certain aspirations for Addison's, like how in terms of how he's doing in school?
I really want both my children to excel in school and then be able to live like rich, fulfilled lives and not have to be dependent on other people. And Addison is so close to getting a soccer scholarship. He just needs to keep working really, really hard at it.
Mm-hmm.
And Paige's grades are really good, but she has to stick at it if she's gonna break into the area to make it. It's the reality of the world. You know, you've been to school, I assume.
I have been to school.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many extracurriculars are you involved in?
I don't know. I play soccer. I'm the captain. I just like soccer.
He's the leader of everything.
It's
So
my choice to be the captain.
it's not your choice.
Well, no, I mean, I'm happy to be, but as coach.
Yeah, he's the first 15-year-old on the team to be selected. It's a really big deal.
Okay. And Paige, if I can ask you this, is there any, like, are there any extracurriculars that you're involved in?
No,
Would you like to be involved in any?
not really. I mean, I've never really liked sports. I just feel like I would like to have more time to do things that I like to do that aren't necessarily school, but all mom wants me to focus on is school because she thinks that's all I'm good at.
That's not what I think. I just think that school has to be your priority right now. Like that time you wanted to get a part-time job, but I thought that would take away. That was just me being protective of you.
But I never get to make any decisions for myself, Mom, and you let Addison do all the stuff he wants to do.
I don't think that's quite fair. I feel like I have boundaries for Addison too.
Like what?
Well, he has to make sure that he is being responsible when he's out because he is a leader of his team and that carries certain responsibilities. So he has to maintain his image and like part of being the captain of the team is making sure that you're socializing. And yeah.
I gotta call mom too when I'm at like Jordan's house or Chris's house.
Yeah, exactly.
But I never
Let me
get to
know.
go. Like, you get to go out, and then I stay at home, and I do the dishes. You just put your plate in front of me when I'm at the sink, and then you're saying, bye, Mom, you get to go over to Jordan's. Whenever I ask to go over to Tiffany's, I'm never allowed.
Yeah, but Jordan's like my best friend.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to have best friends. I can't go out, and I can't actually be able to go to the parties, and, like, we're just going into grade 10. Literally, like, no one wants to invite me anywhere because no one knows who I am. I'm just a nerdy person who sits in class.
It's not my fault.
Yeah,
See, they're very competitive.
Okay, so can I just ask you another question?
yeah.
Are there particular hobbies that you enjoy that you think like you would like to make time for?
I kind of like photography, I guess. Like, I was talking to someone who's in the yearbook and I thought it was cool, but I don't know, I just feel like I don't really have time for anything like that with all the other things that I do. And I don't even know if Mom would even let me, like, consider something like that because it's not soccer, it's not hockey, it's something that's, like, I don't know, it's not going to get me a scholarship.
Okay, so for Addison, do you feel that because there's a scholarship opportunity for him in his soccer, is that like part of the motivation for you to encourage him to go?
Definitely. Like, obviously, I appreciate that it's given him a really, really strong and healthy social circle and that he enjoys it. But, yeah, it's really important that he gets a scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And if there was not a scholarship involved, but he just enjoyed the sport and had made his connections with his peers, would you still encourage him to participate in that?
I feel like I would, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then, do you think it's really important then for Paige to also have those other extracurricular opportunities, like maybe if there's a photography club at her school, and she can be involved in that, and then they kind of have equal opportunities to have extracurriculars?
Yeah, of course. Like, I'm not saying that I don't want Paige to participate, but
Mm-hmm.
the reality is there isn't. Like, this is the first time I'm hearing that she's interested in
Because you
photography.
never ask. All you care about is Addison, what Addison's doing, where Addison needs to be. And yeah, you're a single mom, and I know you work hard, but I'm not a single mom, and it feels like you just want me to be like you.
I know. I want you to be better than me. I don't want you to have to go through what I did.
Well, then why am I always in Addison's shadow? Like, why doesn't he have to do the kind of things that I have to do too?
Like I've said several times, honey, I am so busy, and the chores have to get done, and Addison is always out of the house doing his soccer practice and doing his other activities. And so if you're there, yes, I'm going to ask you to help me out.
But if I didn't want to be there, and if it was for something like a photography class, I know you wouldn't let me. Because you don't see the value in stuff like that compared to the stuff Addison does.
Well, how do you know that? Because
you always want me to talk about scholarships, school. That's why you let Addison do all the stuff he's going to do. He's allowed to be social because it looks good for a scholarship.
Does this make sense to you that they're going back and forth?
Yeah, well, I was going to just say something else.
Oh, neat. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I just wanted to know, it sounds like maybe there was a lack of communication between you two, and that maybe you haven't had the opportunity to maybe find out what Paige is feeling, or maybe Paige, you haven't had the opportunity to express yourself. So what do you think even just finding out how you can be in more communication would help you move forward?
probably, yeah. Because this is the first time I've heard that she's interested in doing stuff outside of the house.
And like, what do you think would help you communicate more?
I don't know, like I've said,
If she actually listens to me.
I have very limited time. So when I'm home from work, we try to have dinner together every night once Addison has done soccer practice. So like that would be a good time to do it, I guess. But I don't know.
Get really concrete because she is now listening, right? So currently, would you believe that Paige that Mom's now listening to you?
I'm still on the fence about it.
Okay. Notice this too, Carmen. The guy who's not really a part of the issue is not really a part of the session, right? But he is a part of the issue. Because his body language is really good, Edison, and he's like, whatever. So just a thought, how might you bring him in to support them?
Maybe I could, like, well, I guess I could ask him.
Absolutely, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so Addison, we haven't heard from you for a while.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas as to how maybe, do you feel like you have good, clear communication between your mom and yourself?
Yeah, it's cool.
And what do you think helps build that foundation?
I don't know, like I gotta go places, gotta get to the games that I play at, and she gives me rides.
We have a lot of fun in the car.
And we play games, it's right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, we've just always kind of had, like, she gets me, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if anything comes up or you have concerns, you're able to just bring it up with your mom anytime?
We talk.
Okay. And from your perspective, how do you think like a more clear foundation could be built between Paige and your mom to have that communication?
I don't know. My sister complains a lot about stuff that I don't necessarily get. So maybe she could just do better.
Thanks.
I
See? I say something and I get in trouble, but he can say something like that, it's fine, because Addison can't do no wrong.
She just.
I said something.
Just called me out.
It doesn't count.
Okay, so just from what I heard before from you,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like maybe you're willing to make this time a certain time within your schedule to maybe like be able to communicate more on Paige, and maybe because, like you said, your schedule is really busy with your work, and then you have to take Addison to different commitments that he has.
Maybe if Addison stayed home more and actually helped me with some of the stuff, then it would be more fair.
That's one idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if like she's so concerned about the dishes, we can make a schedule.
It's not
thing.
just the dishes though. It's if I want to go do something, I have all these other things, and it's my stuff isn't as important or isn't as cool or isn't as valued as anything Addison does. And
I mean, you're not going to Villanova.
I know that,
To go
and
to
as
school
I'm
for
not
free.
even not happy for you. It's the fact that you just don't think that anything I do is cool. I don't even get to know if anything I like is cool. Because I don't.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I don't. I don't even really know because I've always just had to stay home and always pick up all the slack. Like, we don't have Dad around. We haven't had Dad around forever. And it's like there's 2 single moms, and then Addison gets to go and run the show.
So do you think part of the plan is maybe there can be a schedule made between both of you in terms of how, like maybe to split up the tasks for your chores, and then maybe there's more equal role
Yeah, I mean,
responsibility?
I think I do stuff around the house, and I'm happy to help out when I'm around, but, you know, got stuff.
I mean, maybe if Paige eventually has more extracurriculars, almost to the same level as you, then do you think it would be especially important to have a schedule?
I don't see that happening. It doesn't seem realistic that she's all of a sudden gonna, I don't know, find whatever she's good at and dive. So like she's my sister, I love her, she's great, she's cool, but I don't even know what she likes. And what's the schedule
Well, you're
gonna do to
supposed to
help
be
her
my
out with that?
You're my twin brother, and you're supposed to know the stuff I like.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's
you don't
not-
even talk to me at school,
she thinks
Addison.
that, like, telepathy is a thing between twins sometimes.
Well,
They just read our minds.
I can't think telepathy is real. We can read each other's minds, and we don't even talk to each other.
Right.
Like, you don't even talk to me at high school.
I just want to know how much time we have, or how much time we can do this.
18.
10 more minutes, 12 more minutes.
Yeah.
Work with us. We're needy teenagers.
Oh, I just like, there's so many things I want to say, but I like feel like it would be overstepping.
I think you should say more.
Sam, go there.
Call us out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so used to just doing one-on-one. Anyway, this is not part of it. Okay, so.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, please.
Instead of asking so many questions, try and reflect back to them what they're saying and then say, Paige said this, what do you think of this? Or Addison said this, what do you think of this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
We're framing.
Yeah, reframing.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so Addison, from what I'm hearing from what you're saying, is that you have a lot going on with your soccer practice and your games
Yeah.
in school.
Yeah.
So you feel that when you come home, you are able to do chores when you have time. When you come home, is that right?
Well, I mean, I don't want to do chores when I'm at home. But I do stuff sometimes. It's like I gotta keep my grades up, gotta hang out with the boys, gotta play soccer. And then I'm home sometimes. My sister's always home, so she's obviously gonna do more. But I'll do some stuff. Does that make sense?
So when you have time, you do whatever you can around the house.
When I want to do stuff,
When you want to.
I help out sometimes. Right?
Yeah.
Like I cut the lawn and
Yeah, I guess there is room. that he could do more. Because, like, I think it's clear it's not equal, but I've always seen that as situational. But clearly it's affecting Paige, so maybe the schedule would be a good idea.
And Paige, what I'm hearing from you is that you're like working really hard in school, so you're trying to keep your grades up and maintain your high grades, and then because you happen to be home, you end up doing most of the chores, it sounds like.
Yeah, but also, I feel like I have to do more because Addison isn't around. So I have to pick that up. And I just don't think it's fair because I don't see why, because I'm not a soccer star, I have to work harder and do more stuff. And why he doesn't have as much responsibility. But at the same time, it's still feels like that everyone else is just really okay with that, and I have to always live in his shadow. It's always about Addison.
So you feel that he's, just because he has commitments to soccer, and maybe like going out with his friends, that it's like he naturally has less, he feels less committed to having to do his chores around the house.
Yeah, and he's like so much more popular than me at school, and everyone talks to him, and he'll just walk right past me. And I don't know, I just feel like I've always had a hard time making friends, and he just makes things look so easy. It's just not fair.
So do you feel like it would be more helpful if you had maybe more, at least an opportunity to consider different extracurriculars and then have time to kind of figure out what you're interested in and then...
Yeah, I think that would be nice. It would be nice if I knew a little, if I could know more about the kind of stuff I like and be able to try things. Like, I know I'm not going to be a soccer star mom, but it would be nice to be able to try and find some stuff I like too.
So you mentioned photography is one thing.
Yeah, I really like photography. Or I think I would really like it.
Sounds good. Is there any other hobbies that come to mind or anything you're interested in?
Well, Addison sucked all the sports talent out of the whole family.
It's true.
He totally did. So probably nothing sports related, but I don't know. I used to like playing volleyball actually.
Maybe that's something you can give.
I don't know, pretty uncoordinated. But I don't know. It would be nice like to just try. Like I'm not really interested in like school sports and stuff, but I like going out and doing things. I just have never felt like it's as valued because it's not going towards a scholarship. It's not always playing at all the top levels of everything. So
Definitely. It sounds like, just from what I'm hearing, from what you're saying, it's really important that you have kind of a balance between your responsibilities at home and then like school, and then maybe just developing more of a social life and then getting involved in extracurriculars in the community. And I think that's something, it sounds like you already recognize that as a need for yourself. And you've been able to just find what interests you and maybe what motivates you that you enjoy. Would you say that?
What's my need?
Like, because of your involvement in soccer and then like making time to go out and then also putting energy into school, do you find that you're able to make more of a balance between everything that you do?
Yeah, I think I'm killing it.
Okay. And then, I think this is really important because you need to be able to, like when you're growing, you need to be able to give time to like your, one second. You need to be able to give time to everything, like your social life and your like, physical health, and also your responsibilities at home, but also like making sure you have time to like figure out what your own interests are. So it sounds like you've both recognized that for yourself to a certain extent, and then Paige, you're just trying to figure out maybe what that looks like for you.
well, Addison just is so sure of who he is and so sure of what he's good at. He has such a good relationship with Mom, and I just feel like I don't know what I'm good at, and I don't know what I like to do, and I don't have the best relationship with Mom because I'm always fighting with her about this stuff. So if I had more of a chance to figure out those kind of things, then I think that's kind of what I want, I guess. But I don't know, it's hard.
So you're saying that you really just need to figure out more who you are.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard, but I'm trying to figure out who I am, and then Addison has the loudest personality in the room. So,
There aren't that many people in the room.
but
There aren't that many people in the room.
yeah, well, in any room ever.
I haven't been to every room ever.
You're saying in any setting, like at school, or
Yeah.
at home, or with friends.
Especially school. And at home too, like whenever we sit down for dinner, we talk about Addison soccer. And whenever we're like sometimes I go for the drive because we're gonna go like get a coffee or something, but then the whole time in the car, the Addison soccer, even when Addison isn't there, it's something with Addison. Or Addison volunteered for this, or Addison did this. And like I don't think the things he's doing are bad. I think it's not like I don't like soccer, that I don't think that he's out there doing anything bad when he's helping out in the community. It's just the fact that sometimes it's really, really, really tiring to always hear about Addison.
So you're saying basically like it sounds like the conversation is mostly oriented around him, and it should be more like
Yeah.
fluid and open.
It would be nice to talk about something other than Addison.
Well, something I think would be interesting right now to do is maybe if each person can kind of point out a strength in other family members. So if we start with you, Addison, you can say something that you appreciate about your mom, and then a strength that you see in Paige. And then you can do the same as well about both Addison and Paige, and then Paige can do the same. Does that sound okay?
Sure.
It's okay.
So mom makes like the best nachos ever.
I do.
Ever. And my twin sister, she you know, she's really nice. She's always been nice. So she's nice.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I have always considered Paige a very independent person, and I've never felt up until now that I really had to worry about her much. And she always, like when she was a child, she just always had her face in a book and was always reading, and she was just always good at being very independent, and she helped me out a lot when she was younger too, and I really appreciated that. And Addison is just, he's a very engaging boy, and and granted I'm not in the school with him, but whenever I'm around him and his friends, it seems like he's always talking to all of them and making an effort to include everyone.
That's good. Thank you for sharing that.
What am I supposed to say?
So if you can maybe point out a strength in your brother and your mom, something that you appreciate about them.
I mean, I appreciate.
Yeah.
I used to appreciate when Addison would walk to school with me. Sometimes I started walking by myself, but that used to be nice. And Mom's nachos are actually pretty bomb. Yeah, they're pretty good. Mom cooks really good, and she always makes sure we have dinner together every night.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. That is an opportunity where maybe all of you can connect more and communicate more. Do you think that's a good opportunity to start?
Yeah, I like that we do that because I know a lot of my friends' families don't. They do dinners and stuff like that, so it's nice. And we always make sure we do it when Addison doesn't have soccer. But sometimes it would be nice if, like, it's always right after soccer, so we always end up talking about soccer. So sometimes it would be nice if we didn't talk about soccer.
Thank you for sharing that as well. So, I think.
You have 20 seconds left.
It doesn't matter, just
Yeah.
take
Well,
your time.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say thank you so much for coming in today and taking the time to come here and express what your concerns are and your thoughts. And maybe now there's some steps we can take that we can talk more about the next time we meet. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's go home and eat nachos.
Yeah.
That's the one thing we could all agree on.
That's great. Good